the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. It's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. On the return, Deontay Harris. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Saints offense now getting set here and leading them out in what could be his final NFL season. The game's all-time leading passer, that's Drew Brees.
Now exactly the start to the 2019 season that Drew Brees anticipated when he injured his thumb against the Rams in Week 2 and forced him to miss 5 weeks. The Saints did go 5-0 during his absence, and when he came back, they didn't miss a beat. Rallied him to another division title and got him into the playoffs, and late in the season, passed Peyton Manning for the most career touchdown passes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not
try to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, don't adjust your sets at home. It may take a little while to get used to this, but here we go. For the first time in his post-Patriot life, Tom Brady takes the field as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Well, he'll get his home debut next Sunday against Carolina, but Tom Brady's first game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road, and you know the eyes of the NFL are all locked in on this game, trying to get used to the sight of Tom Brady in a Buccaneers uniform, leading Tampa Bay, hopefully, to the playoffs.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You can see the thought process there. With his speed, they were hoping he could pop one. Instead, the coverage was good, and they forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And just not a big enough hole to break this one. He gets it to the 35 after showcasing that tough running of his.
35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes it hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Oh, you know that did not feel good. Vita Vea with the sack there. And we know he's a big-time presence on the defensive line, especially against the run. But he'll surprise you with his quickness and his upfield agility in order to get to the quarterback. If you're blocking him, it's going to be a long afternoon or evening, a tough proposition.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
An 8-yard pickup. And a Buccaneer first down.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. Now Brady. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. 16 yards, a first down.
First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. They'll spot it at the... And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead.
Buccaneers 3, Saints 0.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll set up to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Working from the gun, it's Brees. The catch is made, Benny Fowler. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brees. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
13 yards. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 3, Saints 0.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin.
Brady's pass. Complete to Chris Godwin. No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
3 on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Complete to Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Ryan Succop on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again here. The Saints and Drew Brees march out there again on offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
Brings up
from the 29, Brees.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Leonard Fournette on
the Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
A gain of...
Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield, here's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Brady's pass.
Call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 41. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Vita Vea on the stop. No gain on the play.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. It's caught on the right side of Smith. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tre'Quan Smith, 89 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And they're back winning a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones leading him out. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Alex Anzalone on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up
2nd and 5 now. Brady. Pass incomplete with the flag in the backfield. This might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And here comes what we saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Tom Brady sacked.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. A quick pass here to Godwin.
Kaepernick's pass.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
9 brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
13-yard
Out onto the field comes Traquan Smith and the rest of the offense. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score.
At the 13.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Steps away. He'll run it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Working from the gun, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Ronald Jones.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal.
Kaepernick to throw again. And now he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 7 yards away as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
It's good to make it 17-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
Ryan
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football.
Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This is complete to Michael Thomas. A breakaway from Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 63 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Lots of look to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. We remind you, lots more to come here this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Edwards. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Edwards, the ball carrier.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visiting Seahawks who were able to come away with the road victory. 24-21, the final score. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Mohamed Sanu a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. 27-21, your final. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
At the 39-yard
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
And this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. A run with Fournette there as he'll push this forward for about 4 on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady open nails, Ross complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Fournette.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 39, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Janoris Jenkins on the coverage.
To throw on 3rd down, Brady. And Jones has it over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
14.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On the delay, Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. David Onyemata there on the tackle. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
At the 23-yard line.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Here now a look at Drew Brees in our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun now for Brees. As he throws there, incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the handoff, Edwards. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 39, Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Buccaneers.
Well, whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,300 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was 2nd among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big downfield threat.
The next block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You know, every now and then you just need a break, don't you? They needed that incompletion there just to get their breath because it has been an onslaught.
It sure has. That's his first incompletion this drive.
Complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tampa Bay.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Brady's pass complete to Mike Evans.
Mike Evans taking it in. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Intended for
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard
from the gun. It's Breeze. And complete right side to Cook.
pass.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Fowler's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
1st and 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Number 41, Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Levante David. It's a pickup of 3.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze stays up. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
For a Saints. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 25-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Breeze now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Vita Vea. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will close the gap down to 14.
Makes the score Buccaneers 31, Saints 17.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a
4
game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st down, Breeze. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. And down to the 11. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 46 yards. Now, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who says signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
16 yards, a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Breeze to throw again. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Michael Thomas. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. They bring the pressure, and a very short kick. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
On 2nd and goal, Breeze. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Got him in. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. What's good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 24. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 30.
Shotgun now for Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Yeah, we dominate today.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's a give to Fournette. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Ball carrier.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Succop for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
That'll be complete to Cook. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Greedy Williams on the coverage.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And he's got his man. That's Fountain. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him, and they haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Breeze here finding Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze on the check down. He finds Kamara. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Another try after the 1st down sack. Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas.
Breeze pass.
A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From midfield, here's Brady. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target. But now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. One final try here for Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Buccaneers, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.